Because the stream is delayed. The stream does. Alright, what do you hear?
I'm hearing that noise again.
Back.
Yeah, I'm hearing it too. Are you still hearing that noise?
From the stream?
Yeah, from the stream.
That like a. You still hear that?
Yeah.
From my headset.
It's already, the mic's already turned off.
Now it's constantly going.
Is it coming from the AC?
No, I think it's your headset. Cause I noticed I noticed your headset's blinking.
It's off. That's what it means. It's muted.
Unmute it. See what happens.
I had it unmuted before. I just muted it.
What do you hear now, Louis?
It's constantly going now. It's not stopping.
I don't know what's causing it.
Oh,
Did it stop?
no. Hear for yourself. You hear that?
What about now?
Yeah, it's still going.
Like it stops doing it. It stops
What
doing it.
about now?
Did it stop?
I just heard. How about now?
I should be
Still
coming from
going.
his mic.
It's still going.
It might be.
not mine.
It might be
Mine's
my
unplugged.
headset then.
I just unplugged mine. Do you want to use mine and I can use my
Can't
other
be
one?
mine because you're not picking up anything.
Oh, he's using mine.
Grab. You haven't used your aux, right?
He's using my aux right now.
Oh, then I have to use the Corsair.
Wait, are you using my aux? No, you're not, are you?
No, he's using
my
his.
aux is on the chair.
Here, grab your aux. Unplug this headset first.
Yours?
Yeah,
Which one is
it
it?
should be the first slot.
I'm hearing game noises. There's a bit of static. Are you hearing static, Louis? Yeah. Is it the device itself? Is it plugged in, connected correctly to the PlayStation?
I don't hear that static.
That controller is being plugged in. No, that wouldn't be it because it was causing static beforehand. Before we even tried that one. Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Got it stopped.
No, because our stream is delayed. That's why we thought we were still hearing it. The stream is delayed.
Wait.
Testing. Testing.
The Apple ear.
Do we have any other aux headsets?
Mine.
It's much like
No. There's this, or yours, I mean.
It's USB.
It can plug into his laptop, can it?
Yeah, but then it won't catch his audio.
True. But he can plug this one into that one, and he can plug my aux, or whatever aux he's using into...
That, and then we can plug my... That...
I just use my Soul Republic.
Well, I'm...
Sounds better.
Then, alright, so the stream not use Apple or that door. It could be that those tag is because they're not compatible.
Like, you know, the rubber separated on the jewelry thing? This one has
3. This one has.
Maybe that's why, because that has to make it work like before.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not that might.
As long as the static from the stream itself is gone, there's still some going on in my headset, but that's not a problem as long as the stream itself is fine.
Alright, well, as long as we're not hearing it now, we're going to continue the stream. After we've got everything, alright, so we've got everything figured out. We realize that Apple iPhones will cause an issue.
Be careful saying that. You're still streaming and might get sued by Apple.
I'm not licensed or endorsed by Apple. I'm just doing whatever the hell I want about them.
You just cracking jokes.
But anyway, so, I apologize. We apologize for the difficulties we were experiencing. We found out that certain headsets are not compatible with the PS4 controller, so for streaming at least. So we're gonna keep going. I'll delete that initial one. I'll delete that later.
You went down quickly.
Hey, you're not quickly, but I found that they reduced the health when they stared
Too busy thinking about technical difficulties.
You could have a frame stick on I don't think she reduced my health.
Is it not plugged in to charge, or?
It should be plugged in. I don't know why that controller's disconnecting.
It's saying full battery.
Well, that is an old controller. I've had a controller for a long time.
Mm.
It could be that it's finally keeling over. Which means I'm going to have to get another controller. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll go buy another controller. And I may have to retire that one. But
That is a painful scream.
don't reconnect the controller. It obviously keeps disconnected. It's dying. It's dead.
Is there a way for Louis to connect then to the Xbox or the PlayStation?
Not without a controller. Well, unless he plugs it into the system.
Yeah.
But we don't have any more.
USB
Well,
headphones.
he would have to use the Corsairs, and even then, I'd have to manually assign it to him.
So should I just cancel?
Just cancel it. We just won't record your audio for this.
Well, if he wants, he could totally just borrow my headset for the stream.
We're having way too many things. All the times for that controller to die, it dies now.
Colin, it's my luck. You know how my luck goes.
Well, like I said, to be fair, I've had that controller since I've had the system. When I got the system around the time it launched.
Yeah.
So, that controller is literally as old as the system, so it does not surprise me that the...
I'll just monitor the stream.
Yeah, just monitor the stream and let me know if anything changes.
At this point, you have plenty of help to stay. You just take my headset. No worries.
Well, I'll have him set up his PS4. I'll probably have him set his PS4 either downstairs in my room,
Yeah.
or we'll bring up the TV from my room upstairs and set it up at the table. And once his PS4 is set up, we'll have 2 people on that one, 2 people on this one. We'll have the party chat set up, and we should be able to record everyone's voices without issues.
Looks like those things are having a load of technical difficulties existing right about now.
Not even a minute after he started it up, it shut off again.
And it was charging, so.
And it was plugged up, so the only thing I can
Put the scene.
Do I have any drugs right now? Of course I don't. The one time I actually need it, I don't have it.
How long does the blood loss last for?
In normal circumstances, it only builds up as long as you're getting hit. In this situation, it's because those enemies inflict they're getting affected by maggots.
Yeah.
As you can see. I guess the reason why it keeps building up is because they're burrowing into your skin. But they do eventually go away. And I think it's all based upon your bleed resistance.
Health loss effect, is it when they're staring at you or if you're staring at them?
When they red like that and they're staring at you, it causes your maximum health depletion, but it will regenerate over time.
That one creature is incredibly loud.
This is also the area where you meet Sigurd again for the last part of his quest line. Well, the second to last part, I should really get there. I'm gonna do it this
to.
It's just around the wall and it's like, test it with,
Looks like we need a bonfire.
I'm not running back to the bonfire. If I run back to the bonfire, after where I'm at now, I'm gonna have all these enemies respawn. And I'd really rather not have them respawn. So, I'll just forego using my sorcery control. I fell off.
I could have sworn you dodged out of the way of that.
I have dodged that way so many times fighting this mimic. There should have been no way he should have been able to grab me. I know that, like, once, like, he can still move until he actually does the lunge forward.
Yeah.
Wait,
You were out of the way as he was lunging forward.
yeah, I was out of the way, but as he was lunging forward, and somehow, Alright, well, at least I got my stuff back, and we don't have to explore the other part, so we can just go straight forward. Thanks for opening up this door.
There's got to be a bard somewhere in that mix.
Well, the one NPC we're gonna run into, she's also part dragon, but she's more human looking. But at least with all the shortcuts and stuff we made, we're not too far away from where we died.
I mean, it's just an extra. You just gotta defeat these two. What was that?
Now that I have FP, that's what the blue bar is.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that I have FP, I can actually force it to, I'm ready. It's odd in that room. I think it's because it's so close quarters. I
Yeah.
don't usually have any issues with him, with killing him. But I think it's because that room is so close quarters.
Yeah.
When he goes to actually they're dodge it, but you can't block it because it's a grapple.
Yeah. Every time he tries, every time he fails. Yeah.
Even at full health, he can throw one shot me with that grapple.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I might use the full amount in this area, so I'm a little bit more.
Can you not leave the room? Oh, no, there it goes. Apparently that's all you need to use it to.
I fought him in that room before, and he didn't really give him much issues before. I think it was just with the fact that when he kept deciding to do the grapple in spots where I couldn't dodge it.
Yeah. Backs up. Like, no, no, no. You're right there. Somebody's sleeping.
Yeah, it's not, Is you see that jewelry's right there?
Yeah.
You saw where that jewelry was.
Yeah.
You can only enter that section they can chain stun lock you, and I don't understand why. That's because I've had times where I've been wearing like armor that gives me more void, but my character still seems to have a negative reaction to it. I don't know why.
It's because they're rats and nobody likes a filthy rat.
What the But that health stack is that health stack.
Yeah.
There's some it will trigger. Okay, you see that area down there?
Yeah.
That's the profane capital. This is an important area because this is where we're gonna get our next scroll. Because in order to learn more sorceries, we need scrolls.
At least you don't gotta fight the mimic for another time.
Yeah, mimics don't respawn in this game, which is.
But
Like, I don't understand the enemies in this game sometimes, because it's like, because you can actually get their weapon. It's called the Butcher's Knife.
mm-hmm.
Your character's wielding that weapon. You could probably swing it at this stage of the game probably 3 or 4 times. 4 times. These guys are swinging it like 7, 8 times, and it's like, where are you getting the stamina for that?
Wielding it for a lot longer, they would use the weapon. From a game standpoint, I don't know, but yeah.
Loaded with this shit. It's something that I get to the point where I want to get to,
Yeah.
and I keep getting bullshit. It's like, oh, I thought this guy was it. And it's like, no, it's like, you have to do that. Or, you're higher than it normally is, and then you get fucked. Just puzzles,
What's that?
so much damage.
I think multiple of them hit you at the same time.
Vigor and stuff like that, for more health, but still, even with that, that's still way too much damage. down, those basilisks are gonna spawn. And they're gonna drop. Old Selkie, that's for, yeah, see, so about the question basilisk.
There's a wall over here. I mean, he did just see you kill all of his friends.
Good, very good. Hey, these are when they're backwards like that,
Yeah.
they get more like, they grapple attacks a little bit different. See what that was. Back to the
Oh, cool.
so I can refill.
Get your souls back.
Well, I've lost those 26,000 souls. I died before I got them.
Well, yeah, but you can earn them back, can't you?
Yeah, it's just gonna take a little bit of time, but...
Yeah.
Because, like, once you get, like, once you get, like, above soul level, once you get above, like, soul level 80 or 90, it gets pretty...
Yeah. Surprise.
I don't know which one to tell you.
Are you barely hearing him or me? Using mine, right?
I hear what's going on this one.
Sorry, what was that? You flipped it off by accident. His mic should be on now. It accidentally got switched off. Can you
No,
hear me, sir?
no, he was hearing my voice. He said,
Hear my mic. That's why it would have been low.
Well, what does it sound like, Louis? So my mic was just off. Fantastic. I didn't realize the headset was off.
Yeah, it's a weird flip and it's very touchy. Should have warned you about that before I uploaded it.
That's whatever. I'm just upset about all the deaths I've gotten here and all the technical issues we've had.
It's like Dark Souls in real life. They affected the technical issues as well.
Well, the thing is that we've never had those issues before, so I don't understand why they were suddenly kicking in now.
Well, to be fair, I never streamed with you before.
Even still. That shouldn't have happened. I want to equip this. Alright, so the trick for this area is there's a lot of these jailers here. But they're roaming in a pattern, so what you do is you bait one. You kind of do like a hit and run tactic. You bait it until it gets close enough away from the others.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll wait until she turns blue and turns around. Run back this way, hide behind this wall. She'll come running towards us, and you lather, rinse, repeat.
Unless they stop in their tracks.
He'll turn around.
That was like synchronized dancing. They're perfectly in unison.
I really do hate that life bar shortening effect. I really do.
I mean, everything's gotta have a gimmick.
Yeah, but these jailers, when they hit you with that soldering iron they have,
Yeah.
it reduces the healing effect of your Estus. It's like, why give them a weapon that reduces the healing effect of your Estus and reduce your health bar? Yeah, because she stared at me consistently. That's why I'm saying, there should no... As much as health is so... Like, health and healing is so important in this game, there should not be enemies that lower your health bar. I can understand them, like, draining FP. I could understand them draining stamina. But there should be no reason for them to drain your health bar. Unless, like, because like I said, that iron already, when you get hit by it, already reduces your Estus healing and it slows you down. So there's no reason for them to. There should realistically be no reason for them to. I'm going to use December. So there realistically should be no reason for them to even have that gimmick. No, I think the very back one is like one hit away from dying.
Yeah. That is not the one that's sandwiched.
Yeah, see that Estus icon?
Yeah.
And I'm dead. I'm at the point where I'm just about to say fuck it and run through this shit. Because it's... This place is your worst nightmare if you're playing as a sorcerer and you haven't been putting points into your, vigor. Which I've been trying to put points into my vigor here and there so I have more health. But you're at the stage in the game where things will just one-shot you.
Yeah.
Or they have some kind of grapple attack that one-shots you. And it's like, one thing that always bothered me about games like Dark Souls is why do you give enemies grapples? You can't grapple.
Yeah.
Why is the enemy allowed to do it? Like, I understand backstabbing. Oh, why'd I... Like, I can understand an enemy being able to backstab.
Yeah.
I can understand an enemy being able to parry. Why are they allowed to grapple? For fuck's sake. It's just, I find it to be stupid that, certain bosses have, like, a grapple attack.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, I can't grapple. I can't just grab an enemy and start shoving my sword into his gullet. Why can a enemy like the jailer hit me with her iron and then suddenly barely touch me and she's pressing that iron against my back and somehow I'm on the ground?
Yeah.
Like, I would understand that attack working if she had knocked me down to the ground first and then hit me with it. That would have made more sense. But it's the fact that she didn't hit me with it. It's just, her iron made contact and literally just forced me to the ground.
Now, I could understand it kind of making sense, because if you notice the irons are on fire, they would be painful. The pain itself could knock you to the ground if it burnt through your arm with it. Maybe that's a stretch.
Like I said, my thing is that this iron, when they use it, it can go through walls.
That's just a bad aspect of the game, because it's not good to do that.
Well, I've had plenty of times where these bitches have hit me through walls, and it's like, why? Like, and all they do is they literally do that. They just poke through the wall. And because their weapon is long enough, it hits me.
Yeah, that's just bad design. My opinion, anyway.
Which is why I find that it's really stupid, because if I were to use that same technique, I'd do that. I'd rebound off the wall. But yet, apparently the NPCs can do it just because their weapons are long enough. Or they're big enough. But I digress. It's one of the few gripes I have with Dark Souls 3, to be honest. Like I said, I don't usually have many issues with Dark Souls, but that's a gripe I have with it, is that I don't think enemies should have grapple attacks, or unless if they are certain size.
Yeah.
Like if they're gargantuan, I can understand them having a grapple attack. But if they're like my size, they shouldn't have a grapple attack. I'm gonna wait for her to turn around. No, you're not hitting me with that soldering iron. I may need to go buy embers from the Shrine Handmaiden. Is this one low on health?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit her earlier. I think there's only one left.
There is. Cool eye sign.
And she's at half health. If I can get behind her, I can backstab her.
Nope.
And that'll finish her off.
There you
Ember.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We have the old cell key, so I believe we can get Carla, the witch. We can learn, Xanthus, actually. I thought you get the rest of the Xanthus armor. Best plan. What does that do again?
That is a very loud scream.
Uses spell FP consumption, but also lowers HP. Okay. I mean, it's a good ring to have for spellcasters, because they're not supposed to have a lot of health, but I like my health. Thank you.
I also feel like an attack like that should be able to break the concentration on the whole staring you down thing.
Well, the thing is, like, I'm not exactly sure what it is that is this, what it causes the... Oh, there's the alpha armor. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, it's locked. Oh, I need the jailer's key. That's what I need, and I don't have that. There's the alpha armor. Because there's another mimic here, too. So this is just riddled with mimics. That's a mimic. Yeah, we're not gonna fight him here. We're gonna get out here in the open space where we can comfortably fight him. Really? Yeah, that Chuck Norris kick, it does hurt. I don't remember what he drops though. Titanite scale. If I had a boss weapon, that's what I'd be using it for, but... Blood gem, fire gem, simple gem. I think he's the only one that's over here. I think he's the only thing that's over here. Yeah, and then we enter this room. Is there anything in here? No, I don't even know why this room is here, to be honest. We can open this door and one of these guys is in here.
Well, that's not okay. You just jump straight up through the ceiling.
Yeah, collision doesn't matter to the NPCs. I guess that kind of adds to the difficulty a little bit because you can't just cheese them around walls and stuff.
I mean, if it would work in real life, I don't see why it wouldn't work in a game.
That's whatever. I think I have to enter it through the room we can enter. That's Carla right there. You can just barely see her. We need the key that we get from the section of Erethiel Dungeon that we enter from the Profane Capital. Profane Coal. We give that to Andre, and he'll be able to infuse more things. Do more infusions. I mean, realistically, the only reason we're doing the Profane Capital now and not later, like after Pontiff,
Yeah.
is because there's a scroll we need to get from the Profane Capital.
Yeah.
and it will give us access to the spell that will be our main damage spell, which is Soul Spear.
Yeah.
Well, we got back all of our souls that we lost.
Just about anyway. I think we're at 32,000.
We were at 32,000. We were at... Alright, I am going to heal, only because as soon as you start to cross this bridge, you get attacked by that gargoyle that's over there. Alright, we're officially in the Profane Capital.
Well, now you're not, because you just walked right back out of it.
Nope, unless the name change comes up, we are still in the Profane Capital. Oh, shit. Wow, I forgot, these guys are like bitch weak to magic. Yeah, you can go fuck yourself. That's right, they can use their wings as shields. Yeah, but because they're made of stone, it applies the concept of they have heavy armor,
Yeah.
which means they're heavily resistant to physical attacks. Well, they can still be killed with physical attacks. It just takes a little bit longer. But they are heavily susceptible to magic. I think specifically sorceries, because I think they have I believe they have a decent tolerance to fire. I don't remember what their resistances are for
Again, as
miracles.
With stone, that would make sense.
Yeah, because Havel's armor showcases that a lot. Because it has the best poison in the game, so you can tank through. You can actually tank through a fair amount of damage with Havel's armor. There are very few weapons that actually hit hard enough that it would cause you to recoil with Havel's armor. When I do my strength run through,
Yeah.
I'm getting Havel's armor. Because it's a strength, endurance, it's a strength, vitality, vigor, and endurance build.
Yeah.
So those are the 4 stats I'm going to be focusing on. The rest of the stats can fuck off. No, you really don't. Intelligence is only useful if you're planning on running a magic weapon or if you're running a sorcery build. Other than that, there's really no other reason to use intelligence.
Unless you want to be a smart role-playing character.
Yeah.
Back again, it's perfect timing.
See, the problem is that we can't buy this because we don't have a regular weapon. We have a special weapon, and this can't be buffed. So
Come again.
we've technically have advanced that's because that's Orbeck of Vinheim. He's our sorcery vendor, basically. We made a deal with him that if we give him scrolls, he'll teach us sorceries. The kicker is, if you don't give him a scroll after you defeat, I think it's 4 bosses,
Yeah.
he will permanently leave Firelink Shrine,
Oh.
and he will never come back. I don't remember if he goes away and then comes back as an invader or not. I don't think he does. But if you complete his quest line, he comes to help you in the Twin Prince fight. Oh wait, do you have Umbral Ash we can give her?
Gracious let I gracious let I
What do we got?
Because you just get a good battle. It sounds like a foreign language.
Yeah. There's the Xanthus armor, which you get the headpiece for this armor from killing it was Yellowfinger. I think his name was just Yellowfinger.
Yeah.
That's where you get the headpiece from him for this set. There's Wolnir's crown. You get that from killing High Lord Wolnir. the exile armor you get from killing the exile warriors in the Crucifixion Woods. Alright, what can I sell? I can sell these, I'm never gonna use them. Sell this, sell this, sell this, sell this. I'm not gonna sell these, just because I'm not going to. Sell that. Sell that.
I'd say, do you really need to pick him?
Nope. I'm gonna keep Alva's armor. Sell this. Sell this. Sell this. We keep that. That could be useful. We can sell that.
No, I don't play Dark Souls. I'm sure you know Trump never played the first one at all yet.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a carry kind of deal? Because I noticed there's the quick load, which I'm assuming is what is there.
Yeah. See, so you don't worry so much about the straight numbers. It's like you don't worry about the 25.6 out of 47.
Yeah.
You worry about the ratio. Because if you are above 70%, you start fat rolling. And when you start fat rolling, it leaves you open to just getting manhandled by everything you run into.
Now,
But the lower you have that ratio,
yeah.
excuse me, the lower you have that ratio, the faster you roll. Like when you hit certain thresholds, you'll roll faster.
Yeah, but is there like does everything you hold affect the ratio, or is it just what you're wearing, what you're equipped with?
It's weapons, armor, and rings affect the equip load and the weight ratio. These items in these inventory slots, these do not affect carry weight, so you could put anything you want in here.
Oh, okay.
With it, well, obviously within reason, but as long as it can fit in that category, it can go here. But you can have up to 3 weapons. Well, actually, you could technically have up to 6 if you really wanted to. But most people go like 3 weapons in the main hand and then like 3 sub weapons in the offhand.
Yeah.
Like some people will go like maybe like a straight sword, an axe, or a great sword. Some people might go like sorcerer's staff. Like they may just go with like all 3 of the specialties, like a sorcerer's staff, a chime, and a pyromancy flame.
Yeah.
But most people like to kind of pick a style and they just kind of like to stick with it. When I create characters, I like to create them with whatever style that I have in mind for them. So if I want to make my character a spellcaster, or a sorcerer, I stick strictly with intelligence, so I can use the sorceries. And I'll put just enough points into strength and dexterity to wield whatever weapon I want them, whatever melee weapon I want them to use.
Yeah.
So I get 3 level ups. Okay. You know what? Let's put 2 points into vigor and 1 point into attunement. A little bit more FP never hurts. And we're gonna give her the Firekeeper soul.
Ashen One, this is much like then let it chill. Forgive me, so may the
she can now heal the Dark Sigil. This costs a lot of souls to do.
farewell.
But the only reason to heal the Dark Sigils is if you're going for the Hollow Lord, if you're going for like the Hollow Lord ending, or you're using Yol of Londor to give yourself 5 free levels. And you're like, you know what, I don't want to do the Hollow Lord ending, you would go to her and heal the Dark Sigils. But if you do that, you're actually making certain NPCs your enemy by doing that.
I assume doing the Hollow Lord ending would also make certain NPCs your enemy.
Not really. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Some NPCs really, it doesn't bother them. The only NPC when you're doing the Hollow Lord ending that it really affects is Henri of Astora. Because you technically kill Henri to get the last 3 Dark Sigils you need. Because you get 5 of them from Yol, which he gives you, but the only way to be able to access to gain sigils is you gotta kill yourself repeatedly. The best way to do that is to just keep falling off the edge of the map in Firelink Shrine, so you can just keep picking up your souls every time you die. But after you kill yourself enough times, you can get 5 levels off of Yol, and then when you progress through a certain point of the game, he dies. But then a new NPC shows up, which is Yuria of Londor. When she shows up, that means you have started your way towards the Hollow Lord ending. Which the Hollow Lord ending is the most difficult ending to get in the game, because you have to follow there are precise steps you have to follow. And if you screw up the steps, you could potentially screw yourself out of the ending. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna do the Hollow Lord ending for my strength run, because what I'll do is I'll do the final ending for the final build.
Yeah.
And so I will do the quest line to do the Hollow Lord ending, because there's a bunch of stipulations you have to do. You have to summon the Londor Pale Shade for I think there's 2 boss fights you have to summon him for.
Yeah.
And because that's part of the requirements. I think you have to complete Henri's quest line to a certain point. Yeah, because you have to complete Henri's quest line up until Henri shows up in Erethiel of the Boreal Valley. There's an NPC there that spawns.
Yeah.
If you leave that NPC there, you're going for the Hollow Lord ending. If you don't leave that NPC there, you're aiming to complete Henri's quest line. Because if you, like I said, if you're planning on going for the Hollow Lord ending, you're going to leave that NPC alive. If you're not planning on going for the Hollow Lord ending, and you want to complete Henri's questline, so Henri is available, I believe, so Henri will be available for fighting Pontiff, I believe, then you'll want to kill that NPC. Oh, I know what I was doing. I wanted to equip the Silver Cat Ring so I can jump down here and not get brutalized. Purging Stone. That item lets you cure Dark Sigils as well. I am just going to kind of go through... Alright, now that we drop down, I'm going to remove this. Put back the Silver Serpent Ring on. I'm going to consume this Moss Fruit. Give myself a little bit more poison resistance. And then I'm going to set the... the blooming purple moss clumps on standby because of I believe in this area you get toxic. And toxic works differently from poison in that it saps your health a lot faster. There's also a staff we're going to get here too, and that's going to be our main staff because it has the highest... So staffs have this attribute called spell buff. Staffs, chimes, and the Pyromancy Flame have these stats on them called spell buff. That stat dictates how much the staff augments the damage of your spells, or augments the effect of the spells. The Court Sorcerer staff, which we will get here, has the best spell buff for regular sorceries in the game. We're going to get that, and I believe it's up there. No, it's in a chest here. But the other item we need to get here is Logan's Scroll. Logan's Scroll will contain our lead damaging spell. Creepy collies, go away. I have no idea what these things are.
I look like spider. Mixture of a spider and a... almost like centipede.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't know where Logan's Scroll is.
But it almost looks like they're using their hair as a sword, like a purple.
Curse Bite Ring. Alright, so it's not in here. So we're gonna get to dry land, and we're gonna get rid of this toxic. And I'm gonna heal. 'Cause I know, somewhere up there, there's a treasure chest, and it has the Court Sorcerer's staff in it. Which is, like I said, which will be our main staff.
Yeah. But
I'm trying to remember where Logan's Scroll is at, because it's here. It's in this section of the Profane Capital. I'm trying to remember where it's at. Yeah, toxic buildup in this game is insane. But they do that on purpose because toxic is a more worse condition than poison. Because poison, you can be poisoned and you can be okay because it saps your health really slowly. Getting toxic should be cured immediately, or as soon as possible, because the damage output on it is fast enough that it's noticeable how much health you're losing.
Yeah. Well, I also just know that the build-up is incredibly fast.
Well, this is one of the few areas that I think it is one of the few areas you run into this. Actually, I think it's the only area you run into where it's this. I'm just waiting for it to cool down, and then I'm gonna run over here, kill this thing. Shredding stone.
That was close.
That was close. I think this is where we get the Court Sorcerer's staff, I think. I think they're just called hand monsters. Yeah, I'm not taking any chances. I'm gonna poke these guys down until I can burn them down with melee. Yeah, but at least he doesn't kill me from it, though. Is one of these... Okay, he's the damage one. So if I can get to where it's just one of them... Alright, that's one. What the? Yeah, this is how you fight them. You want to use these pillars against them. Purging Stone. That one's the weakened one. Alright, that's two. He may kill me here. Yeah. I don't think these guys respawn though, I don't think. So I think we'll be in the clear. But I am out of an ember though. But like I said, I don't think those guys respawn. But we can always double check. I mean, if they don't, that'd be fantastic, but like I said, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna... Actually, no, I'm gonna keep the Silver Serpent Ring on, because I believe the Gargoyle respawns. Yeah, we can kill him for some easy souls. I don't know how that missed it. It literally hit him, but it went right through him. I almost got 3,000 souls off of him, so I can't complain. Alright. I thought I saw something. It was just my imagination. I'm gonna equip the Silver Cat Ring. Yeah, they are. Alright, so that's that. We're down here. We're gonna re-equip the Silver Serpent Ring. Can I lock onto that one from here? No, I can't. Purging Stone.
I wanted to make sure my sound is off from the laptop.
Yes, they do not respawn, so it's only the one.
Yeah, but you guys go back to the full.
Of course, that's how it is with most enemies. But because we have FP, we don't have to actually fight them. We can just poke them down. Of course, that's all these guys really do. I mean, they can technically hit you with that hand. The thing is, they don't ever do it. Like, all they do is just crawl towards you and then try to grapple you. Like, they do actually have a ranged attack. They never use it. I didn't know you could do that. Okay. You learned something new. I think that's it here. I'm trying to remember, where is Logan's scroll?
Oh, it's almost loaded.
I think it's... maybe it's up there? I think the wiki mentions that it's in the... I think they mentioned it's in or near the area with the hand demons. Shit.
Kill the sorceress in the main capital who stands atop the church surrounded by toxic water.
So I get that by killing him. I gotta get away. I gotta get out of that area.
You can avoid going inside and just proceed to the top.
No. Oh, that's right, because you kill him, they get the scroll. And in this room is the Court Sorcerer's staff. Now I remember. What's nice about this is that if we drop down here, on top of this, we can kill this hand demon without him ever being able to touch us.
Yeah, pretty close.
Force of habit. Why can't I lock onto him? There we go.
I wouldn't want to be looking at that either.
Okay, well, apparently he is close enough that I can't hit him with sorceries. Yeah, see, he does stuff like that. What? Really? I only wanted to kill him because I think the chest, the thing that has the course, I'm not sure if it's that item right there in front of that pedestal, or if it's the mimic, because there's a mimic in there. I don't know if it's the mimic or if it's that item there, but I know one of those spots has the Court Sorcerer's staff. can't remember. I can't remember if it's the mimic or not. I think my problem is I'm not running the stamina ring, like the Hornthy ring. So when I need stamina, I ended up not having it because my stamina is not regenerating fast enough. Do I have any? Okay, I do. There we go. Well, either way, we got Logan's scroll, which is important. That's item 1 of 2 that we need here. He must be tired.
Yeah.
To be fair, we were up to like, what, like 4 in the morning yesterday?
No, we were only up to like 2.
2?
Just about. It's already 10:46 tonight.
I really don't like that animation on how if he grapples you. He just like absorbs you.
Well, I mean, the hand kind of has a giant poop in it.
And then he absorbs you through his stomach.
Well, I've also
I should probably heal up. Because then if he grapples me... actually, I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to survive without an ember. The thing is, he does it really quickly and it throws me off. No. Now, this is the attire. So, I'm thinking the Mimic has it.
It's right there on the edge.
No, I think this is rubbish. No, I'm pretty sure the Mimic has it here. But at least these guys don't respawn, so... What? What? Of course. I fucking hate mimics. I know, I heard him. Go ahead, Louis. I mean, do whatever. Mimics are just not my friend this run through. They've killed me more times than they've ever killed me in a normal run through. Sorcery, like the sorcery builds are probably my least favorite builds. Because they're so range heavy that, like, cause I'm a type of person, I like to be up close and personal. I like to fight my enemies up close. I love being one-handed. all of a sudden consuming so much of my stamina. Maybe just because the Corinthi ring increased my recovery speed, maybe it just felt like it's consuming more stamina than it really is. Yeah, we're not oh my god, I've died so many times in just this stream alone.
Well, I can go back and watch the footage and tell you how many exactly.
What I want to do is, eventually I want to do is go through all of my streams and find out, in the span of 5 playthroughs, how many grand total times I died. Can I lock onto it? Lock on can't be a little finicky if you're not close enough. I don't think I'm close enough, so... Those are the only two we really need to kill. Then we come up here. We killed the hand monster. Now we just need to kill the mimic. I mean, we don't technically have to kill the mimic. I want to kill the mimic. Because he's going to drop souls, and I want souls. Because I am a greedy man, and I want souls.
Also said he might be the one that has the...
I believe he's the one that I believe he contains... Actually, no, well, here, we can find out. Where's my undead hunter trance? There we go. Does. Okay. Here's what you can kind of cheese him. This is why it was thanks to one of my viewers that I learned that you can do that. I didn't know that undead. So the way it works is that when you throw the undead hunter charm on them, it puts them to sleep. But that's how you can get items off of mimics, and not have to kill the mimic. Why you wouldn't want to kill the mimic is beyond me, because he gives you souls. But I guess you do it really to avoid the challenge, or you can do what I just did, and you can cheese the fuck out of them. I think you can buy undead hunter charms from the Shrine Handmaiden, and I think you can buy as many as you want. But we need to go up this way because.
We should have got both items.
Yes. So speaking of both items, I'm going to equip my Court Sorcerer staff. Now here's the funky thing I found with this area. For some reason, the jailers in this area take forever to spawn. And I don't know why. Like, see?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight them, I'm just gonna run past them. I have no reason to fight them.
Besides souls.
Yeah, but I already have 54,000 souls, and I'm not running the risk of having to run back up there to grab souls. So... because that's enough for at least 2 or 3 more levels. But you want to jump over here, because this opens up to Sigvard. Now, if you haven't been following Sigvard's questline up to this point, he will not be here. If you have been following his questline up to this point, he will be here. And upon talking to him...
Once again, I, Sigvard, take thee.
Of these in the game, but you need these in order to fully upgrade your weapons.
Yeah.
It does not matter what...
No,
It does not matter what weapon it is, whether it's a boss weapon, a special weapon, or a regular weapon, you still need a Titanite slab to get it to its max level. And what's nice is that we have enough materials that we can upgrade our court sorcerer staff to +6. So we're gonna go do that. Well, actually, you know, we're gonna drop down here. I don't know why I didn't just use a homeward bone, but whatever. I have like 15 of them, so we're gonna go upgrade our court sorcerer staff, get it to +6, and then give Orbeck Logan's scroll so we can get Crystal Spear, or not Crystal Spear, Soul Spear, and Homing Soul Mass.
Yeah.
Now we need 12 Titanite chunks. We can get to level 9, because we already have the slab. So we need 12 chunks, Titanite chunks, and then we'll be able to fully upgrade our Court Sorcerer staff.
Back again, I thought. Oh my. You've made quite the discovery.
Now, here's the thing.
This is a scroll of the prodigious Big Hat Logan.
There is one more scroll left in the game.
Long missed
It's
in
called the
Minheim.
Crystal Scroll. No, I think it's called
Now
the...
we have a scroll. Right here in my very hand.
Is it the Crystal Scroll? I don't remember what it's called, but... what this scroll does is that it completes Orbeck's questline.
Yeah.
And you get it from the Grand Archive, which is after you fight the Dragon Slayer armor. If you get that scroll and you give it to Orbeck, you will have completed Orbeck's side quest, and he will become available to help you in the fight against the Twin Princes. Here's the kicker. He dies. Which means that if you want to buy sorceries, you have to find his ashes. Which is why I recommend that after you give him the last scroll, buy whatever spells you want from him then, so that in the event that you don't know or can't find his ashes, then you already have what you want from him.
Yeah.
In this case, we're buying 2 spells from him. Homing Soul Mass and Soul Spear. Soul Spear will be our main damage spell now. Homing Soul Mass will just be for added damage.
Yeah.
Come again.
Actually, I gotta look it up, because he gives you a ring if you buy certain items off of him. I'm trying to... That's fine. Yeah, it's the Crystal Scroll. It's the last scroll. Yes, he gives the Slumbering Dragon Crest ring, which we want. Alright, let's see. Do with him after buying 3 sorcerers, give him 1 scroll of being any sorcerer. He gives you the Young Dragon Ring, which we already have, I believe. Yes. You get that upon selecting the sorcerer class. After purchasing... Alright, after purchasing Pharaon Flash Sword, Pestilent Mist, Aural, Decoy, and Spook. Well, we already bought Pharaon Flash Sword, so we need to buy Spook. Aural Decoy. And... what was it? It was... Pestilent Mist? Yes.
How do you like gimmicks, friend?
There we go. When he says How do you like
This
Gimmick's friend?
is a
You've
sign,
triggered him
a
to give,
cipher employed by sorcerers
he gives you
who
the
use
Slumbering
quiet
Dragon
to
Crest
their
ring, which
advantage.
is a better version of the,
With this,
yes.
you can be sure to tell friend from foe. It's a very old practice at this point, but one that you deserve to know. Promise to stay.
So with that, we will swap this for this. Oh no, no it doesn't. What's the ring that increases? Hang on, let me look it up on my build. So I believe I have it set up in my build of what the ring is. So I thought that's what the Slumbering Dragon Crest ring did. Was because there's two rings for each spell casting.
Yeah.
There's a starting one and then there's an upgraded one. You want the upgraded one because it boosts your damage by the most. But I can't remember what it's called.
Would it be the regular Dragon Crest ring?
No, I don't
Because
think
you
it's,
have the Young Dragon Crest, the Slumbering Dragon Crest,
I don't think that's it.
or Ancient Dragon Crest ring, maybe?
I don't think it's Ancient Dragon Crest ring. I don't think there's anything like that in this game. I'm pulling up the build now that I have for this character. I'm trying to remember, because I'm trying to remember what it's called. The Lingering Dragon Crest ring. The Lingering Dragon Crest ring. Now the question is, where do I find the Lingering Dragon Crest ring? Here we go. And so the Lingering Dragon Crest ring is actually dropped by an enemy in Pharaon Keep. So we actually could have got this earlier.
You could always go back and get it. You already got the stats and spells you want.
That is true.
In fact, it should be easier for you now because you got the stats and spells you want.
Yeah, you're right. So before we go fight Yorm, because that's what we're about to go do, let's go grab that Lingering Dragon Crest ring. Actually, before I do that, I want to buy a few embers. There. I'm not gonna... Maybe a stupid decision, but I'm not going to sell my... I'm not going to use my souls yet. Alright, so we're gonna tune spells. Alright, so... Soul Spear, Homing Soul Mass, Pharaon Flash Sword. Actually, no, we're gonna go Pharaon Soul Greatsword. So we have Soul Spear, which looks like this. It's a literal spear. Then we have Homing Soul Mass. And then you saw Soul Greatsword earlier.
Yeah.
So it's near the tree. I think it said go to the Keep Ruins bonfire. Yeah, and then head down the ramp. The crab is to the left near the white tree.
Prize money. Possible.
Moderate humiliation. I think if I remember correctly, I believe what the crystal scroll does is that it gives you access to the crystal versions of some of the spells. So you get a crystal soul spear, which is actually it is legitimately a stronger version of soul spear.
Is this an area that gives you poison?
Mm-hmm. I hit the tree. And there's the crab. There we go. Well, since I'm over here, I might as well check and see what these items are. Our Soul of an Unknown Traveler. Gold Pine Bundle. Actually, I'm regular poison. Why do I even have to worry about that? Ember. Hey, I got that Ember I just used. Soul of a Nameless Soldier. Young White Branch. Crown of... Oh! I didn't realize you got the Crown of Dusk here. Well, that just goes to show you how often I do sorcery builds. Alright, so what we're going to do is use the Homeward Bone. We're going to go back to the Shrine Bonfire. The only reason I'm doing the Shrine Bonfire is because I want to look at the Crown of Dusk. Feathered crown bestowed upon the Princess of Ulasil, land of ancient golden sorceries. Through the Guardian Elizabeth's blessing, this raises the power and effect of the wearer's magic, but damage suffered by magic attacks rises in tandem.
So you take more damage, but also do more magic damage.
Mm-hmm. But it would actually be worth it because, to be honest, you don't really run into many enemies that cast magic. The only reason that that effect would be worrisome is for PvP. Because of the fact that you can run into people who use sorceries. In this case, we're going to use it.
I just like that now you can actually see your character's head.
I usually prefer lower armor sets that don't show your character's face, and then I don't have to worry about customizing it. So I'm not spending like hours working on a character look.
I enjoy that aspect of games.
It's one thing to enjoy making a character. It's another thing to spend too much time on making a character. Like, there are people who spend almost a full day getting their character just right.
Guilty as charged.
And that's not how I roll. If I'm going to make a character, I'm going to make her look close to what I want, but enough to where it's like individualistic.
Yeah. Well, I usually make all my characters different. I like the base third.
What? Oh, great. Yeah, but I'm also getting shot at by a giant-ass fireball. I did almost fast as hell.
Well, you are doing more damage. You can imagine a lot more.
Next Estus shard I get, I'm putting it in my ashes so I have another use.
I like to, if I know someone's gonna have
Oni Slayer Great
a
Arrows.
scar or, things like that.
Yep, see, like, there's the thing where, like, I really do like how some games nowadays have make it to where you can, you can truly make your character unique. But at the same time, it's if you put too much detail into it, like if you put too much focus on how much they can augment the look of their character. How did I kill that one?
Jailers.
I think they're, I don't remember what they're called, but alright, so we're gonna go fight Yorm.
It's me, because they almost have the exact same model as the
Alright, so let me explain this boss fight real quick. So, I probably have explained it in the other streams, but I'm going to explain it again here. So, if you have completed Sigward's questline up until you met him in a Rethiel dungeon and you set him free, a new cutscene will appear in place of the original one, which is your character just walks into the chamber and Yorm, notices that you walked in. He picks up his machete. He prepares for fight. You get something a little bit different here. Sigward joins you for this fight, but you notice his weapon is different. It's not the Zwerhander that he was wielding before.
Yorm.
He's wielding
Old friend.
the second Storm Ruler. Now, the gimmick behind Yorm is that in order to kill him quickly, there's a weapon you're supposed to grab in here. It's called the Storm Ruler. Sigward will have one, you will have the other. And you two fighting together will defeat Yorm. Because you have to beat Yorm with Sigward there to complete Sigward's questline. And by completing Sigward's questline, you will get Sigward's armor, and you will get his other Storm Ruler. Realistically, there's no point in having two Storm Rulers, but... So here's the gimmick of how this weapon works. You hold your left trigger and it activates the weapon art. When the weapon is going white, you're ready to activate its weapon art. Using the weapon art will consume all of your stamina, but it will do a big chunk to Yorm. Yes. You want to kill Yorm quickly. It is entirely possible for Sigward to die in this fight. As you just saw there, the Storm Ruler does have a range. If you're not within range for that attack to hit, you will not hit Yorm with it. It is entirely possible to beat Yorm without the Storm Ruler. It just makes things go faster. Alright, we talked to Sigward.
It seems I am in your debt once
So
again.
basically, no, I'm going to
My
explain.
thanks. I could
So
have not
Yorm and
kept my
Sigurd were
promise
actually
without
friends
you.
before Yorm became a Lord of Cinder.
Now, for a final toast. To your
And
long may the
Yorm
sun
had
shine.
asked Sigurd to promise him that if he were to ever become a Lord of Cinder, to put him out of his misery. To end
Well, the only thing to do with it. You are a
to
true
end
friend. Well, the only you
his
are a true
reign
friend.
as a Lord of Cinder.
So you just help him keep his promise.
You basically help Sigurd keep his promise to Yorm. Now here's the kicker. Sigurd does not survive this. Or at least as far as I know. Because when you leave the area, like when you completely leave the Profane Capital and you come back in, Sigurd will be nowhere to be found, but his armor and the other Storm Ruler I believe will be on the throne, or near the throne. It's either near the throne or it's like right in this general area.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but it'll be in this room. Sigurd's armor will be here, and his other Storm Ruler will be here, but Sigurd will be nowhere to be found. I am making the assumption that he, after completing his promise to Yorm, decided to let go.
Yeah.
And he passed away. He died.
He,
But it's never confirmed because you never find his body.
yeah, you just find his armor.
Yeah, you find his armor and his weapon that Yorm gave him. See, what's nice about Soul Spear is that it has piercing capability, so you can hit multiple targets with it. So if I get at the right angle, I could probably hit.
All three of them.
Yeah. I didn't kill that one somehow.
Yeah, what do they do differently, like attack
They use pyromancies. The jailers don't use pyromancies.
But do they still,
No, they don't have that, Estus reduced soul effect. They don't have that health and Estus reduced soul effect. Ouch. Alright, you wanna be that guy? Soul Mass? Oh, it's when he's in the air, he can't be hit. Okay, this is not gonna end well for me if I don't kill him quickly. What the hell? Oh shit, I'm getting attacked by the other gargoyle. Alright, cool. I think there is 2 or 3 mimics in here. How many undead hunter charms do I have? Oh, why'd I do that? I only have 1, so I'm only going to be able to cheese him once.
Does anyone still stay asleep?
Yes. That's 2. Cool, an ember. Alright. So we're gonna leave the area and we're gonna come back in. And I believe Sigward will be gone. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone already. So you pick up the Storm Ruler, his shield, and his armor set. Now, you can technically get the Katarina armor early, because early part of Sigward's questline is that his armor got stolen.
So you didn't want to use questline.
No, you could just buy it from the guy who stole it. If you wanted Sigward's armor. But personally for me, I'm gonna get the armor anyway if I complete Sigward's questline. So I don't see the... And plus, he gives you a Titanite slab.
Yeah.
So there is no reason not to complete Sigward's questline. Which means you're gonna get his armor set anyway. Actually, I'm going to consume Yorm's soul. Because I technically can't wield the weapons he has. So...
Welcome, host.
So we're going to use these souls to level up. Alright, we got 6 levels. Let's put 3 into intelligence so we can up our damage. Let's put... Alright, so even putting 3 points into attunement doesn't give me... So I need at least 30 attunement, 25 vigor. I'll put 1 point into attunement. I'll put the last 2 points into... Actually, I'll put 1 point into vigor and 1 point into endurance. So we are now halfway to... We are now halfway to being our max soul level for this character. Or at least have the stats that I want to have for this character.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Now we're gonna go back to... Where is it? Here we go. We're going to go back to the Distant Manor bonfire. We're going to cap off this stream with killing Pontiff Sullivan. Because we have to get past Pontiff Sullivan to get to our next Lord of Cinder, so we're going to have to fight him anyway. I figured we can... We can fight him for this. Oh, the area detail in this game, phenomenal. So I have 10 Estus Flasks, so there's 5 more shards? No, just water. The water hinders your movement a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Actually, you know what? I haven't completed Honor's Quest, but I don't even know if the Londor Pale-Shaped Phantom spawns here. Because normally what happens is that if you kill the NPC that would continue the Hollow Lord ending, the Londor Pale-Shaped Phantom would invade you. I didn't continue Henri's questline, so I have no idea if the Phantom will spawn or not. Like, if he'll spawn as a normal NPC, or like a summon that I can use for Ponce of Sullivan, or if he spawns like a regular Phantom. I mean, not really useful for me right now, but actually, I don't need to go up there. Cause all that's up there is items I'm not gonna need. Well, actually, we'll know if I walk up these steps, and because normally when you walk up these steps, he invades. So it looks like he's not invading, which means he may be a Phantom? Nope. There he is. Ooh, that did way too much damage for comfort. Get his mannequin claws. Which I think I'm gonna actually run them.
Those look pretty cool.
Oh, it's quick step. I'm gonna run these. I've never really used claws, so I'm kind of curious as to how they function. So I think and I think once, because I think I have enough Titanite shards to get to level 3. So I like I have my staff at my hip instead of on my back.
Yeah. Well, it's also a quick ride, right? You can just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it across the body like that. The way you're doing. I would have.
Why? Why? Stupid dogs. They're not even dogs, they're like chimeras. Or whatever the hell they are. I don't know what the fuck they are. All I know is that they're dumb and they need to die.
So we look like hellhounds, but not really.
I'm not gonna waste an ember on them. Alright, I'm gonna unequip these for now just because I want to upgrade them. And I want to use what I already have that's upgraded.
Yeah.
Just to kill them quickly. Because I have the Sage Ring, but some of these spells do take a decent amount of time to cast. Actually, at this point, I could because I already have my main spells, I can unequip this and equip something else. Oh, I'm a dingus. I didn't have the Lingering Dragon Crest ring on. No, I want to have the Young Dragon Crest ring on too. Actually, you know what? I am going to use an Ember. I want to have the extra health. This is where you find Sigvard after you return him his armor. Yeah, I think I believe these Silver Knights don't respawn. Yeah, they don't respawn. Which makes it a bitch to get their armor set. Because since these, well, actually it's not necessarily true. These ones don't respawn. When we get to on Orlando, those ones respawn. I don't know why those ones do, but these ones don't. I mean, even to be fair, the armor set's not really that good. I mean, it's decent heavy armor. Ooh, large Titanite shards. Actually, I might go up there and kill these guys just so I can get the large Titanite shards. Because these guys do drop Titanite shards. The furniture.
Why are they attacking the furniture?
Because it counts as an object.
Fair enough.
Yeah, after I need to start putting points into attunement so I can start having I got two. You gave me 2 items. You're a nice guy. Oh yeah, they changed that. There used to be a mimic up here. There isn't anymore. Smo's Great Hammer. The Leo ring. So, with the grabbing of, if we just grab Smo's hammer, when we go back to the Shrine Handmaiden, Smo's armor will become available. It's like a homage to Smo from the first game. Executioner Smo was a boss in the first game. I was contemplating doing a Smo cosplay character build, because the Smo's hammer is strictly a strength-based weapon.
Yeah.
Requires 45 strength to wield it. Actually, technically, if you wield it two-handed, you would only need 28. No. 45 divided by 2.
You have 20, and then it'll be 22 and a half.
To wield Smo's hammer two-handed, I believe you would need at least 34 strength to be able to wield it two-handed. Because what your stat states is how well can you wield the weapon one-handed.
Yeah.
But when it comes to strength weapons, if you two-hand the weapon, it takes your strength and adds so it takes your cuts it in half and adds 1.5 to it. So basically, so say you have actually no, you would need, I don't know the exact number that you would need.
Strength, if you cut it in half, you got your strength cut in half?
No, what it does is it takes half of your strength. When you're two-handing a weapon, it takes half of your strength and adds it to your strength stat when you're two-handing a weapon. Okay. So say you have 20 strength. When you're two-handing a weapon, it's hitting as if you were wielding it with 30 strength.
Okay. So if you wanted the 45 strength,
you would need to wield the weapon with.
Well, half of 45 would be 22 and a half.
It would be 22 and a half, which is 11.25, which means added together would be 33.75, which means it would need to be rounded up to 38.
Or 33.5? 34.
It'd be 34. I hate these goddamn dog things. That man did not just attempt to sneak up on me. These guys cast magic and I have an increased resistance to magic.
You can always take the gun off
I'm lazy. I like the challenge. More large. I think this is the area you go to get like a good number of your large Titanite shards, because we need 6 more to upgrade the claws to 6. I believe this is a shortcut.
What's the holy upgrade minus the Titanite slab?
You need 12 of each type of Titanite. So you need 12 Titanite shards to get it from base level to 3. You need 12 large Titanite shards to get it from level 3 to level 6. You need 12 Titanite chunks to get from level 6 to level 9. And then you need the Titanite slab to max out the weapon.
At level 10?
At level 10. Well, regular weapons is level 10. Special weapons and boss weapons is level 5. But special weapons and boss weapons are naturally stronger weapons anyway.
Yeah.
So that's why they only go up to 5. I'm gonna quit real quick just for the cat's silver cat ring, so I don't take fall damage. No, you don't. You trying to backstab me? I'll backstab you. Actually, can I wield those claws properly? I can. Oh, I have exactly the dex you need for this weapon.
Couldn't do that again if you tried.
Yeah, especially the fact I don't even use these weapons that much. Okay, so we're coming up on an enemy I'm not particularly fond of. The Pontiff Knife with a scythe. But because my magic is through the roof, he dies quick.
And you, this one does.
Alright, so Wanderer Paleshade's not here. That's right, because he only appears as a phantom if... Yeah... He only appears as a phantom if you're going after the, No. I will summon him in a second. But I want to make the shortcut over here. Because there's a bonfire shortcut over here we can make. These are visible guys, man. Hey, go ahead, man. What I'm hoping for is that we beat Pontiff in one run through. But, you know, kind of knowing my luck with the way stuff has been happening to me, I highly doubt that would happen. Give me your juicy souls. Souls. Alright, I don't have any... Okay. Just for the sake of this, I'm going to equip this Hidden Blessing. Or Divine Blessing, actually. Hidden Blessing is the one for FP. I'm also going to equip the Sigbrow. Yeah, let's keep going. Alright, so we're gonna go up, we're gonna deal with whatever enemies we run into real quick. Shouldn't be too hard. These are called burning witches, by the way.
Oh, those guys?
No, I don't know what these guys are called. All I know is that they can turn invisible.
Which is a real annoyance.
Poke. I had never gotten him to drop his scythe. Because he can drop his scythe and you can get it. I've never had him do it.
How long have you tried for?
Well, to be fair, I looked up the stats. Like if you're going a dex build oriented around a scythe, you're better off getting the Corvian scythe, which is from those like demon bird guys that you meet in on your way to the Crucifixion Woods. Okay. Pontiff Sullivan. He can be parried. There's actually a build out there that you can do where you can actually one-shot Pontiff Sullivan.
Oh gee, that sounds fun.
But the thing is, there's a bunch of buffs you need, along with I think with an item called Deep Protection. Ooh. Ouch. Well, those 6 rounds really don't restore as much as I thought they would. Uh-oh. Involved in the fight. Really good, really fast. And so is Scupper. Got him. I might make his Sword of Judgment. I did that with one Estus Flask left. Now let's head back to Firelink. I think it may be time to retire the Erythiel Straight Sword.
That's up to you. I kind of like the claws.
Oh, we're gonna keep the claws, but I think I'm gonna get the Sword of Judgment. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if I'm capable of wielding it or not.
So.
If I'm okay, so here we'll do it this way. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna go see and check the sword. If I can wield the sword now, I'm gonna make it. If I can't, I'm gonna consume Pontiff's soul.
Aha.
I am 4 strength short. Check how many souls I need to level up. How many? Let's use these real quick. 15,000. I may be able to squeak out 4 levels. If not, I can just sell some stuff real quick to see if I can squeak out the strength stats I need.
Very then take.
So one short.
Farewell, Ashen Maiden.
What the?
There it goes.
Oh, there it is. It loaded. I'm like, where did my sword go?
I wonder if it's in that state if it'll actually not do any damage. It's not.
No, because there's a spell you can use that actually makes your weapon invisible. To throw your enemies off, because with certain weapons,
Would it only be for PvP though, or can you actually roll off the AI?
it would be for PvP. I'm not selling Smoke's hammer. We will sell the sorcerer's staff, Fierce shield, Great shield, glory. We will sell Alva's armor, carry to home, of course, sorcerer's staff, Sage's big hat. This would be good for backstabs, but let's just do thrust weapon counterattacks. We don't need that. I'm not gonna sell that, but Cursebite ring. Let me sell this.
Ash.
I have enough for a level up.
What's very then take.
There it is.
There we go.
Farewell, Ashen Maiden.
Now the gimmick, the skill art with this sword is that it glows purple. If you click R1, you do a thrust with it. If you click R2, you send a shockwave out, and it imbues your weapon with it buffs your weapon when you use that attack. I think it just buffs it to do more damage. So that's steady chant. Let's go upgrade the sword, and the claws. I'm one Titanite scale short. And I'm 5 large Titanite shards short. I mean, I have the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring, so I could farm the Pontiff Knights, because they, actually no, I can't farm the Silver Knights. I'd have to farm them when we make it to Honor Orlando for the large Titanite shards, but the claws are light enough that I can have them equipped as a extra weapon. Look how cool they are.
Yeah, I really like that weapon design.
So our sorcerer has gone from a rapier to from a rapier to a straight sword to claws and a great sword.
That sounds good to me.
I mean, to be fair, because this sword scales off of intelligence, upping our magic stat would indeed up the power of the sword. So but I think with that, I'll pull my claws out. I'll hide my staff. We will call it a wrap for this session. We died a lot to mimics.
Lots of mimic deaths.
We died a lot to everything.
Died to rats.
We killed Yorm. We defeated Yorm, so we've claimed our second Lord of Cinder. Actually, I'm gonna go return him to his throne. Real quick. We'll cap it off with his throne in the background. Alright. Alright, so with that, we have defeated the second of 4 Lords of Cinder. Again, we have died many times the mimics.
And a couple times rats.
A couple times the rat, a couple times pretty much everything else. We have slain Yorm. We have slain Pontiff. Next session, we're going after Aldrich, which is the third of 4 Lords of Cinder. And then after Aldrich, we will start working our way towards Lothric Castle. Probably our goal for next session will be to beat Aldrich, the Dancer, Osiros, maybe the Nameless King. Maybe the Nameless King. I'm gonna say maybe on that, no guarantees. But our main goals will be to kill Aldrich, to kill Osiros, and to kill the Dancer. We want to kill Dancer because then we'll gain access to Lothric Castle. We want to kill Osiros so we gain access to the Unattended Graves, which then we can go after Champion Gundyr. And it would give us access to the gesture we need to gain access to the Archdragon Peaks. So with that, we're going to cap the session for today. We may stream later this weekend. I haven't decided yet. Later this week, you guys will be getting a Resident Evil 1 complete run-through stream, which we will be playing the game from beginning to end in one stream. Again, you may be getting more Dark Souls. You may be getting some Drunk Souls. We haven't decided when we're going to do that yet. And with that, we're calling it a wrap for the stream.
Let's hope no more technical difficulties on any more other minutes.
Hopefully, once George brings his PS4 over, we can just hook it up to the part. I can go into the settings, modify the stream to where it'll record party chat, and we shouldn't have any issues like that again. But we'll work out the kinks if anything come up. With that, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining me for the stream, Daniel. Louis would have loved to have been a part of the stream, but with the technical difficulties we were having, he had to sit this one out. Hopefully, once all the technical difficulties have been dealt with, Louis and George will be able to join us for the stream. With that, I'm calling it a wrap. See you guys next time.